So we are going to get started. And I'm sure we'll have some people who will join in. So if you have any questions as we go, feel free to just jump in and ask those questions. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to tell you is anytime you have any questions about 31 Gives, the best thing is to go to the source. And that is just to sign into 31today.com. When you get to 31today.com, go to Access Resources. And then you're going to see right here, the second choice is called About 31 Gifts. But then the third one is the 31 Gifts panel. So if you go there, you've got lots of different ways that you can read about it. But I would just go straight to the 31 Gifts homepage. And then you've got all of your questions and tabs there that you can just click right onto. So there's the basic information right there on 31today.com. So I'm going to go to some of the things that I just wanted to share with you. And I'll start right here with just some of the, when I'm at my parties, one of the things that I like to do is share some of the statistics behind our Gives mission. And sometimes I actually have these, I made this little, let me see if I can find it. I made this little sticker. I actually have it stuck on my some of my lap boards and my catalogs, and it has, basically it's these statistics, and I like to read them to women because a lot of times it can start a great conversation, and it can show, just really kind of some of the things that we're dealing with right now in our culture. And so here we are, this first one, 11% of girls globally are comfortable describing themselves as beautiful. So a lot of times, if you'll notice, when you ask someone, they're not going to say, oh, I think I'm beautiful. Because, sometimes we think that's vain or whatever, but it really is about confidence. A lot of times women will say something negative about themselves. Another one, 20% of single moms live in poverty. This statistics really get to me. I know from Tallahassee, for our city alone, that percent is actually almost 40% of single moms live in poverty. So this is a national statistic, but it might be higher or lower where you're at. It is quite high for my city that single moms in my area are living, in poverty. All right. So another one, 62% of girls are insecure. If you have daughters, this number is kind of scary. Another one, less than 7% of philanthropic dollars are dedicated to girls and women. That's a huge statistic that I like to share at my parties. And I share this because when I do go into our Gives mission, I like to show them how 31 is being a part of the solution and not adding to the problem. They're being a part of adding and pouring into these companies that are giving to girls and women. The other one, 2% of women describe themselves as beautiful. A girl's self-esteem peaks at age 9. That one is kind of huge for me because I have a 9-year-old. And I definitely don't want to see her be the best that she ever feels about herself. And if you ask a lot of people, one of the best ways that you can instill in a girl or a woman a bigger or a stronger sense of self-esteem is to teach her to give. Teach her to serve. When a woman or a girl, when anyone is serving or giving to their community or giving to those around them, your self-esteem it skyrockets because it comes from a different place. It doesn't come from an outward appearance. It doesn't come from clothing. It doesn't come from, popularity. It comes from a different place that I think God built within inside of us, and that is that place of love and service. And so that right there is a very important statistic for me. All right, so here's another one, that I just want to go over just to kind of really get an idea from our field, what is the Gives mission? The 31 Gives is a family of customers, consultants, hostesses, and home office employees working together to serve and support girls, women, and families. So 31 Gives was founded in 2012, in case you didn't know. And because of that very reason that less than 7% of our philanthropies were giving back to women and families, Cindy Monroe wanted to be a part of that solution. So when Gives was rolled out, her whole mission and idea was to align itself with who 31 is. In Proverbs 31, that idea of celebrating, encouraging, and rewarding women around us. And so they want to go, to that very heart of who Jesus was, and that is to go to the least of these, giving to the poor, giving to the needy, giving to the widows, giving to the single moms, and working in those areas. And so when you bring this Gives mission into your parties, into your cells, into your Facebook events, it's going to set you apart from just being a saleswoman, someone who's selling a bag. It's going to make us more than that. Something I was just sharing recently is I had a party, and this was just about a month ago. And I was listening to the customers as they were coming in, and they're talking. And one of the ladies, I heard her say to her sister, "I'm not booking a party." She said it just like that. "I'm not booking a party." And she didn't know I heard her, but it doesn't bother me. Some people they're just really, it's not their thing to book a party. But as I, was sharing and having fun and we're playing games, when I got to the Gives mission part of my, 31 party experience, and started talking about our partnership with the Ronald McDonald House, and talking about our partnership with Girl Talk and Girls on the Run and Dress for Success and all of these things, I could see this woman's face completely changing, her face softening. And by the end of the night, she said that she did want to book a party. And what got to her, and I found this out from the hostess, was the Gives portion. It was that connection with the Ronald McDonald House and her own personal story with her own child in that home. And that connection would have never been made if I had not brought the Gives mission into that 31 party experience. And so this whole reason of just kind of wanting to share this with you is behind that. Just not because I want, people to think I'm awesome or that I'm giving back, but for them to see what this company itself is doing. And, one of the statistics that I want to share with you is since 31 Gives rolled out in 2012, we have given and donated over $80 million in products and cash to over 9 million families. That is a number that you can be proud of, that to know that what you're doing with 31 has touched and affected over 9 million families in America through a Ronald McDonald House, through Dress for Success, through, Girls on the Run, the American Heart Walk Association. There's so many things that have been happening. World Vision, I don't know if you know this, but 31 is giving to World Vision. They're doing these vision kits that go to families. And when a mom comes and provides and helps provide medical care for her child, these World Vision kits are given to her. So it gives her, a reason to get up and go across these villages and take care of her families. And so it's just those things that we take for granted here in America. So there's so much happening behind the scenes, and I just want to make sure that you know how huge the Gives portion of our business is. All right, so see if I can get this page to turn here. So when we were at council last month, this beautiful bag was sitting at the front of the room. And basically, the employees at 31 were asked by their different departments to come up with paddles and to decorate their paddles. And basically the paddle represents being in a boat. Who's in your boat? Who are you, paddling with? Who are you working with? Are you working as a team trying to go the same direction? Do you know who's in your boat? Do you know their story? Do you know what's going on with them? And so Gives was asked to come up with their own, idea of their paddles. And this is the beautiful, display that they came up with the Gives department. And their idea being is that hope is in the bag, because we are so much more than a bag, and what we're giving is so much more than a bag. They're beautiful products. The monogramming is special. The customer specials, the way we take care of our hostesses, all of that is great. But there's just this behind the scenes story that is happening with our 31 Gives Foundation. And so if you see here, each paddle with the G, the I, the B, the E, and the S has a different story. And they took that and just had a little fun with it. So wrong way. All right, so G stands for girls. Gives mission is to build confident girls of all ages. The stat being that a girl's self-esteem peaks at the age of 9. I, invest charitable dollars to support strategic partnerships dedicated to empowering girls, women, and families and providing hope. Since 2012, donating over $85 million in cash and products and impacting more than 9 million lives. I mean, that right there is amazing. V for virtuous. Women of all ages are empowered to be who they are called to be and live purposeful, thriving lives. Sometimes it's just, a mom who's single and she needs somebody to take care of her, or a girl who wants an education, or, a family that has to check into the Ronald McDonald House and just needs that support. So I love this. E stands for enhance. 31 Gifts brand awareness through strategic community stewardships programs to increase leads and support existing 31 consultant retention. The Today Show Drive, Girls on the Run 5K sponsorship, Ronald McDonald House welcome bags. All of this is within your local community. And the reason it's in your local community is because we want to drive families to go and say, what is 31? I want a consultant. How do I find her? So they go onto that 31gives.com and they say, find me a consultant. All of that is built in to help give back to our local ladies and helping women, helping families connect with a consultant in their community. We'll get back to that in just a second. And then S is strengthen. Strengthen her emotional connection to 31 brand by providing engagement opportunities such as Girls on the Run, Girl Talk, and Ronald McDonald House in her local community. Over 158 Girl Talk chapters have been inspired by 31. That's 47% of the Girl Talk chapters in America have been inspired by 31 Gifts consultants. And Ronald McDonald House volunteers, the meals, the cleaning, all of those things are happening because of our 31 Gifts consultants. So all of this to say, and I won't keep you on too long, but 31 has a reason for who they are and what they're doing. And if, I'm hoping that you will take those girls, the investment, the virtuous part, the enhancing, the strengthen, and allowing this to be a part of your business because it's all built in to help us to have a stronger business. And so, maybe you say, okay, well, what does this have to do with me? Yes, I can tell about what 31 is doing at my parties. Yes, I can tell my customers to round up to the nearest dollar, and that dollar, change will go into our Gives program. Yes, I can tell people to buy something from the Gives product line and a portion of the sales. But what does that mean for me as a consultant? I would say the first thing is find something you love and that you can really get behind. Look into your community. See if there's a Ronald McDonald House. See if there's a Girl Talk chapter that you can align yourself with or even do fundraisers for. See if there's a Girls on the Run that you might want to be involved with their next 5K. We've got spring 5Ks that are coming up, and then all this summer and next fall leading up into the fall 5Ks. Maybe there's a Boys and Girls Club in town. Maybe there's a Ronald McDonald House that you can serve. There's so many things that you can do, but find something you really love and weave that into your business and who you are as a 31 Gifts consultant. Whether you decide you want to do a yearly fundraiser, or you want to volunteer on a monthly basis, or you want to take your team and get them involved in supporting and serving a community near you. Maybe there's a food bank that you can go and help sort food. But there's so many ways that you can get involved. It does not have to be on our Gives list. The purpose is for you as a consultant to be knitted into your community. And so when people think of you as their 31 Gifts consultant, they think you and whatever charity that you champion for. Is it Tammy and the Ronald McDonald House? Is it Gina and the Women's Shelter or the pregnancy centers? Is it you as a consultant and your local Girl Talk chapter like Terry is doing, where she's supporting and she's running a local Girl Talk chapter with her daughter? But make those things synonymous with who you are as a consultant. And, really jump in so that when people hear you talk about Gives, they know that Gives has also changed your life and you see how Gives is plugging you into your communities. I don't care if 31 is just a hobby for you or if it's a serious business that you're growing. You can make this mission a part of your business so that people see how you are so much more than just a bag. I do want to open it up for a couple of questions in case anybody's interested, but I want to show you one thing. One of the things that's coming up, and I'm actually going to be doing this locally. Let me move this a little bit. I'll move it down here. So Girls on the Run in 31, as the official 2016 Born to Run sponsor of Girls on the Run, 31 Gifts supports Girls on the Run through a financial contribution from 31 Gives, made possible from the proceeds of the URU collection and the Gives Roundup program. So if you've been rounding up what you're doing, you are seeing the effects of it right here with our Girls on the Run program. 31 Gives and Girls on the Run shares a passion for providing girls with the tools they need to build confidence and lead a purposeful, thriving life. The sponsorship allows 31 Gifts to provide resources to Girls on the Run councils all across the country, as well as to provide opportunities for 31 independent sales consultants to support their Girls on the Run councils in their communities. 31 Gives will play an active role in the celebration all year by providing in-kind product donations and supporting select 5K races. Okay, but you locally, on a local level, if you just go to girlsontherun.com, you go and search an area near you, see if there's a 5K that you can go and serve. And I'm going to show you some things that you can do. Our local Girls on the Run is coming up on Saturday, May 14th, and I'm really excited to be a part of it. And here are some things that you can do. As the heart of Girls on the Run are amazing volunteers who are committed and passionate to change the lives of thousands of girls each year. You may not know, but this is their 20th anniversary. Girls on the Run volunteers are dynamic role models dedicated to empowering girls. So you can see here, and I love this idea. So you've got, start here. How much time do you have to give? I have 5 or more hours, and you can look through how you can serve. I have 3 to 5 hours a week. Maybe I just have a few hours once a month, but you can look through. But one of the things that you can do is if you go to girlsontherun.org, find a council, see what's happening on the local level. And with our runs that are coming up, I'm not a runner. Absolutely, I'm not a runner, but I can cheer somebody on. There's cheer stations, there's crazy hair stations, there's a place where you can pass out water, there's the woohoo area, there's so many things that you can do. And if you are a runner, you can be a running buddy. So go to, like I said, go to girlsontherun.org, find a council. You can see right here, this link right here for you. And just go and see if there's a way that you can volunteer. Maybe you want to start a Girls on the Run. Maybe you want to go be a coach at a Girls on the Run. We're all kind of wrapping it up right now, but starting up in the fall in our school year, you're going to be able to get involved. And then the big 5K coming up in the fall is something that you really want to jump into. All of these things should be on a local level for you. So, we're excited to see some of these partnerships continue to grow. So, on a local level, go and check out your Ronald McDonald House. Go and check out your Girl Talk chapters and see if there's a way that you can get involved. If you have a heart for those middle school, high school girls, go and check out your Girls on the Run and see what's locally happening for you. If you have a heart for your elementary age girls, go and check out your women's shelter or the pregnancy centers or, the Dress for Success chapters that are near you that you might be able to go and volunteer and help with them as well. There's so many possibilities. All of this to say, get to know 31 Gives. See how it can be woven into your business, whether it's a hobby or a full-time career for you. Bring it in. Let people see the heart of who we are as a business. Let them see that we're so much more than just a cute bag. And just make sure you know $85 million in product and monies, 9 million families. That is a number that you should be shouting from the hilltops because we are changing lives. When you buy a bag, we're changing lives. When you sign up a new consultant, you're changing lives. And that's something that you should definitely, absolutely be proud of. So I'm not sure who's with us with the 229 area code number. And I know Rebecca is probably just listening on, but do you guys have any questions for me when it comes to, 31 Gives and how you can, be a part of this amazing thing? And really, it just comes down to getting onto 31 today, go to that Gives portion, just read, find out about it, and just see some of the amazing things we're doing and just talk about it. Let people know, how are we different? We're different because of the Gives portion of our business.